Many of the top Nazi leaders were tried and executed at Nuremberg. But what about the others? What happened to the SS officers who directly participated in mass murder, deportations, and unspeakable atrocities during the Holocaust? The truth is that hundreds of war criminals managed to escape, some with the help of organized escape networks, others simply taking advantage of the chaos of the post-war period. Many lived peacefully for decades, assumed new identities, or were protected by governments that preferred to forget the past. In this video, you will learn about 4 SS officers responsible for brutal crimes and the fate each one faced after the fall of the Third Reich. From public trials and executions to long, comfortable lives in South America. The case of Walter Rauff is perhaps one of the most revolting, not only because of the crimes he committed, but also due to the relatively peaceful life he enjoyed after the war. Born in 1906, Rauff was an SS officer who worked directly on the development and supervision of mobile gas vans, vehicles that operated as traveling extermination chambers, used to murder thousands of prisoners with carbon monoxide. It is estimated that more than 100,000 people were killed using this method. During the war, Rauff served in various occupied territories, including Tunisia, where he continued persecuting Jews even in the final years of the conflict. Captured by American forces in 1945, Rauff managed to escape from a prisoner camp in 1946. In the following years, he used several escape routes through Italy and, like many others, received aid from networks of former Nazis, including the so-called Rat Line, operated by sympathizers and members of the Catholic Church. In 1948, Rauff arrived in Ecuador and later settled in Chile, where he lived openly under his real name. He worked as a factory manager and later as a consultant for fishing companies. Later on, he offered his security expertise to the Chilean government under Pinochet's dictatorship. Despite repeated extradition requests from countries like Germany and Italy, the Chilean government refused to hand him over, claiming his crimes were time-barred or lacked sufficient evidence. Rauff was briefly arrested but was released in 1972. He lived freely until his death on May 14, 1984, in Santiago at the age of 77. He was never tried for his crimes. The case of Dr. Heim was, and still is, one of the most complex to explain, since his plan to escape justice was extremely elaborate, allowing him to remain hidden for nearly half a century. So first, who was Albert Heim, better known as Dr. Death? Heim's father was a police officer, and he studied medicine at the University of Vienna. At age 21, he joined the Austrian National Socialist Party, and in 1938 joined Heinrich Himmler's SS, receiving membership number 367,744. He initially served at the Buchenwald concentration camp under another Nazi doctor, Hannes Eisel. Later, on October 8, 1941, he was appointed chief physician of the Mauthausen concentration camp, where an estimated 118,000 prisoners, including Czechs, Dutch, Soviets, Jews, members of the anti-Nazi resistance, and Spanish Republicans, were killed. During the 7 weeks he spent in Mauthausen, Heim performed surgeries without anesthesia and conducted medical experiments using prisoners as test subjects. He conducted comparative studies with poison mixtures, timing how long it took victims to die, injecting toxins directly into their hearts. These practices earned him the nickname El Banderillero among Spanish deportees, and in the camp he was known as Dr. Todd, Dr. Death. It is estimated that he was directly responsible for the deaths of hundreds of prisoners during that brief period. The Stuttgart criminal police calculated a total of about 300 victims. Heim left Mauthausen on November 29, 1941, to join the Waffen-SS. On March 15, 1945, he was arrested by the Allies, but was tried only for belonging to the Waffen-SS. His fingerprints were recorded, and the document still remains in his criminal file. He was sent to a labor camp and released in 1947. He then worked as a doctor in Baden-Baden, in West Germany, where he married his fiancée, Frieda, and in 1954 opened a gynecology clinic. Heim's name resurfaced in 1961 during the trial of a former Nazi in Wiesbaden, when he was referred to as the Butcher of Mauthausen. He disappeared in 1962, shortly before German police were able to arrest him. In 1967, relatives claimed he had died of cancer in Latin America, possibly using the rat lines, the Nazi escape routes. However, recurring money transfers and the discovery of a Berlin bank account containing the equivalent of 1 million euros in the early 2000s proved that Heim was still alive. His children did not claim the inheritance, raising further suspicion. The Spanish newspaper El Mundo estimated that his considerable fortune might have granted him support from the Nazi escape network Odessa, organization of former SS members. In the late 1970s, Nazi hunter Simon Wiesenthal, himself a Mauthausen survivor, urged the German Minister of Justice to bring Heim to trial. German police issued an arrest warrant and offered a reward of 130,000 euros for information leading to his capture. The Simon Wiesenthal Center, specialized in tracking Nazi criminals, launched an active hunt. In 2002, under the initiative of Ephraim Zuroff, Wiesenthal's successor, Operation Last Chance, was deployed across 8 European countries. Heim appeared as the second most wanted Nazi war criminal, behind only Alois Brunner in late 2005. Clues suggested that Heim might have taken refuge in Spain, in Palafrugell, according to police. The search resumed in 2006 in Chile, where his sister Waltraud had been living since the 1970s, according to Der Spiegel. In July 2007, the Austrian Ministry of Justice offered a 50,000 euros reward for any information leading to the capture of Aribert Heim or Alois Brunner. Also in 2007, former soldier Danny Baz published a book claiming Heim had been captured, tried, and executed on Santa Catalina Island in 1982 by a group called La Chouette, formed to help Israeli intelligence hunt Nazi criminals after the capture and execution of Adolf Eichmann. The Simon Wiesenthal Center, however, declared it did not believe this account. According to a joint investigation by the German TV network ZDF and the New York Times, Heim died in Egypt in 1992. In September 2012, the German courts officially declared Aribert Heim dead.